Hello and welcome to another edition of Convict Inc. I'm your host, Robert Russo. If you have not subscribed to this channel, I wish you would please do so. If you like the video, please like, and if you can, watch as much of the commercials as possible. I'm not sure how long this will really be for commercials, but anyway. Mob Monday. Joe Monteleone. Was it Monteleone? Oh, I'm trying to think how you pronounce it. Joe Monte. So that's how everybody knows him in prison. That's how I met him. It's Joe Monte. Colombo soldier. Went down in 1997. There was a trial with Jojo Russo. Was it Teddy Persico? Joe Monte. A racketeering case that stemmed from the Colombo Wars when Monte and Russo were on the Persico side of that war, fighting against Vic Arena's crew. A lot of you mob historians know the story, so I'm not going to go there. I met Joe Monte in 2003 when I arrived at USP Lewisburg, and I was put in F block. In F block, there was Jojo Russo, which was Joe Monte's boss, I guess, even though Jojo was 20 years younger. Well, I'm going to say that Joe Monte actually said that at one time, and I'll get there. So there's Jojo, Mikey Sessa, Carmine Russo, Chinatown, Tope, who was from Connecticut, but that was even more of a loan shark. Anyway, I was in the block with these guys, and Joe Monte was someone who tried to play racquetball every day. I think he was in his 70s, late 60s at that time. Played racquetball every day. Really super nice guy. But people would say that he was Jojo Russo's do boy. Now, I didn't get involved in all that. That kind of was, none of my business. And what I mean by that is Jojo didn't make meals. If there was something to be bought, such as tomatoes or stuff for the sauce, when they were cooking, Joe Monte's the one that, went out and did all that stuff. Jojo never really, went and bought anything. He didn't go to, if they were going to the store man for something, Jojo never went to the store man. He'd send Joe Monte. If they were trying to go buy something for any of the meals, Jojo sent Joe Monte. Joe Monte did everything for Jojo. He was his personal assistant / slave. You can say whatever you want, and I know that's maybe offensive to some, but that's the truth of the matter. One of the things, so Joe Monte cooked every day. And he cooked a meal for him. The meal was for Jojo, himself, being Joe Monte. Usually Joe Monte's celly, which was a little strange guy named Piper out of Vermont, I believe. And, a few others. Twice a week, Thursdays and Sundays, Joe Monte always made fresh sauce. And at Lewisburg at that time, we had wide open access to the kitchen. We had the vegetable prep guys in our block, the guys that, the heads of the kitchen lived in our block. The cooks, vegetable preps, dishwashers, I mean, you name it, they were pretty much in F block. F block was by far the best block. Some people might say E block, but F was better. Joe would cook, and he would try to be respectable about timing. I will give him that. And this is what I'm talking about. If he was cooking sauce, there's 3 microwaves, 3 floors in F block. And there was at times that he would have to use all 3 microwaves. At times, he did it every time he cooked. I don't know if he's cooking garlic here, trying to, heat up the tomatoes on this one or whatever. But he had, he would fry garlic. That's what it was. He was frying garlic in one, with oil and garlic in the microwave. And then he was putting tomatoes to kind of break the tomatoes down in another. And I forgot what the other one would be, but he would use 3 at a time. Now, a lot of guys in the block did not like that. If you're trying to go heat up some coffee, or just makes pop in something real quick, and you've got a guy that's using the microwave for 30 minutes or more. And when he would cook sauce, the microwaves, he would hold the microwaves up for over an hour, at least twice a week. I personally was able to make sauce in like 30 minutes from scratch, so I don't know why it always took an hour, but he did make a big thing of sauce twice a week. Joe would literally stay at the microwaves and run up and down the stairs the whole time he was cooking to make sure that there wasn't somebody that needed to use the microwave to heat up their coffee. He would take his stuff out, put it on top, so he would try to do the right thing. But often, you would get guys that would come in, and it got to the point where people just started opening up the microwave and taking whatever Joe Monte had put inside out. Now, they had special cooking bowls that were made in Hobbycraft. So these were ceramic bowls. So you knew what bowls were Joe Monte / Jojo Russo's. So at one point, there were some people that kind of went downstairs and said something to Jojo and Joe Monte about Joe Monte always holding up the microwaves. Jojo kind of scolded Joe, why aren't you there staying at the microwaves, moving the bowls out to help these guys? Jojo did put it all on Joe Monte. Joe Monte didn't really have a response other than, I'll make sure that I take care of it. Well, for the next several weeks, Joe Monte did do that. And I mean, this poor guy ran these stairs. I mean, just ran like a slave. I mean, so I will be honest. I felt bad for Joe Monte a lot. There was a time when I said, Joe, why don't you take a break? He says, I got to do what the boss tells me. Boss meaning Jojo Russo. So when I say that Jojo Russo was Joe Monte's boss, that those words came out of Joe Monte's mouth to me. And because of his age, because he was almost 70 or close to 70, and Jojo was in his 52, 53, it didn't feel right to me. But again, that wasn't my business, and I never got involved in any of that until the end, and I'll get there. And I've mentioned this before when I talked about Jojo. So one day, Joe Monte was I think they were having some kind of party or celebration, but he had the microwaves double stacked. So he had bowls in the microwave and he had bowls on top of the microwave. Friends of mine, it is Dusty and Tommy Reynolds, would come in from working out. Tommy Reynolds is a big workout guy in the morning. Worked out 2 hours, religious about weights. And when they would see these bowls, they would just flip out. They had been down there before to the cell to ask them, to talk to them about the bowls, about leaving the bowls in the microwave. And I say they to both Jojo and Joe Monte. But again, this was always laid off on Joe Monte. If somebody came to Jojo about the bowls clogging up the microwave, Jojo would jump on Joe Monte. Well, on this specific day, it was hot in the summer, bowl in the microwave, spaghetti sauce had been cooking forever, no Joe Monte in sight. So one of the guys opened up the microwave, took the whole bowl out, and threw the whole bowl in the trash can. Holy moly. So, This was the sugu for the big meal. I'm laughing. It was a little bit serious. Well, it's serious. Everybody, when Joe Monte, when he went to the microwave, he didn't know that somebody threw it away. He thought that somebody had taken it and put it somewhere else. In the past, people have actually taken his bowl, like from the second tier, moved it upstairs to the third tier, put it in there and left it. So, playing the little, moving his bowl around because he was hogging the microwave so much. he thought that's what happened. So he was bouncing around looking for the bowl, and then he had to go tell Jojo, who was not happy, and they had to go look all around. Well, it was in the trash can. Come to find out, and I'm going to tell you, there wasn't anybody that wasn't laughing about it that I remember, because of how often Joe Monte would clog up the microwaves. And again, that really was not on him. He cooked. Look, I cooked 3 times a week at least when I was in Lewisburg. So I was the cook boy, whatever you want to say. I had I've said before, a big store. Didn't go to the chow hall a lot, so I liked cooking burritos, pizzas, spaghetti. I learned how to cook spaghetti sauce, and I started rolling with it, and I really liked it. So I liked cooking. I would cook. I was more mindful. I would only use one microwave. I never used all 3. It is kind of rude using all 3, and that's something that Joe Monte did regularly. Off the subject of that issue, Joe Monte had a son. I swear I was just trying to Google and do research on it, because once again, so I've got friends that remind me of things from Mob Monday. And I say, okay, all right, well, let me get with you on this and such date, and then I'll call you, and we never click up, and one of them would know his son's name and what happened with the sons, and I was like, oh, here we go again, and it's Monday. I spent the weekend in the mountains. Well, I live in the mountains. I spent the weekend riding around, so I didn't hook up, and right now it's not even 12 o'clock, but I have things to do. I have to go to Fort Smith and have a lot of things to do today. So I'm doing this now. Joe Monte had a son who allegedly did time for Carmine Persico's son-in-law, I believe it was. I was told this story when I was at Butner by Joey Testa. I believe there were some bitter feelings because he was never even thanked. He took a pinch for Carmine. It was Carmine's son-in-law. But Joe Monte, his son, was his son died or was diagnosed with AIDS? And that was where I was trying to get clarity from one of my friends, because Joe was all shook up. Joe Monte was all shook up. It was hard to see the old man, and God, and I apologize for being so not remembering this specifically, but I remember us talking, and I remember him telling me that conversation about his son led into gambling somehow, and at the time I was gambling like $600. My minimum bets every day were $600, and Joe told me that he used to gamble a lot. And then I found out that Joe Monte was like a junkie gambler, that Jojo Russo bailed out a lot, according to different people, and boy, a bunch. That kind of, I think that Joe felt obligated, not only because Jojo was his boss, to be like his do boy. Not only because he was the boss, but because he bailed. Allegedly, Jojo, or his father, Andrew Mush, had bailed Monte out a lot. I guess he was, their right-hand man on the street as well. Right before I left Lewisburg, and this is in 2007, so it was Christmas or the holidays 2007. Jojo Russo used to throw parties for people of status, I guess you can say. Yeah, so because there'd be like shot callers and leaders and yeah, that's what he did. He looked for people of status and held a Christmas party for. Usually in the cell block, you get permission from the cop on or whatever, and everybody come in and eat for an hour or two and then leave. I was there when Joe Monte and Jojo were getting ready for one of the parties, and it was Joe Monte's cell. Joe Monte had a really big cell, 2-man cell, but it was huge. Can fit like 6 beds in it, 6 bunks in it easy. 3 bunks in it easy, so 6 guys. And I walked up when Jojo was screaming at Joe Monte, and he had him up against the wall and hit him. And I stepped in at that point, and that's, like I said, I've never ever ever stepped out of line. That was none of my business. And at that time, something just clicked inside of me when I saw that. And that's when I kind of jumped on Jojo and told him, you know, that's never going to happen again. Or anyway, I said something about it in the video about Jojo. That's in the past. But Joe Monteleone, Joseph Monteleone, I guess his name, really super nice guy. I don't know what he, obviously, I saw that, I was reading that he was in, Sessa said that he was involved in an attempted murder. It didn't happen. I didn't read where he actually killed somebody, but whoever he was on the street, anybody that I was in prison with on the street, I really don't care. I mean, sure, if they're raping kids or something, of course I do. But I'm saying, you know, I've so many people I've ran across had these heinous murders or did this for, usually it was over organized crime or drug, big drug dealers or whatever, or just some stupid stuff. And I, you know, I can say that person's a good guy, and I'm talking about how they judge me. The same way I say that Bernie Madoff was a good guy. Some people freak out about that, but to me, he was a good guy because, you know, I've known him in prison, and I was a prisoner too. So, I mean, you know, but yeah, definitely, I heard that Joe Monte from Lewisburg, when Jojo died, I heard that he was at peace. That's coming from good friends of mine. Said, man, when Jojo left, boy, Joe Monte, he was at peace. Anyway, Joe Monte and the sauce that got thrown in the trash can by TK. Tommy Patera, I'm not going to do one about, guys. I was trying. I want to say this. Not going to be maybe I can do something about when we were in prison, but I wanted to try to interview. Not going to happen. Tommy Reynolds. Where is Tommy Reynolds? Miss Reynolds, where's Tommy? Take care. I've actually organized this week and got my list planned on what stories I'm going to do. Have a good day.